first things first. This is the mushroom kit that you get in the box. You get this. They even sent me a sponge this time. Nice, nice. I didn't have a sponge in the last one. And they also include this, which apparently is more important than I thought the last time. So this is a plastic sleeve, and it looks like the same type of sleeves that you get plants in at the florist, but this one has little itty bitty micro holes in it to allow it to breathe. Very important, I found out. So don't disregard anything that they send you. When they send you this stuff, they send it for a reason. It's to help you. Okay, so the first part of the instructions says open up the top. Done. Take a look at how ugly this stuff really is. Gross, huh? Doesn't look too pretty. Amazing that, you know what? Those almost look like mushrooms, don't they? I don't know what they are, but they look like mushrooms to me. I really can't tell you. You'd think that, hey Ray, can't you tell us what's going on? No, you know me, I killed a mushroom kit, so don't look to me for advice. All right, first thing you do is you open this up, and they say to, you're supposed to remove it from the bag, and I don't know how you're supposed to do that because it's tight. How am I supposed to remove this from the bag? I have no idea. But they say to cut 4 1-inch holes on the top. Now, I took a ruler and I measured, and if, you know, 1-inch diameter is quite a bit. So I would do like 1, 2, 3, 4. That's taking it way too close to the edge. And I don't feel comfortable doing that, especially with a knife. Can you imagine me just, and all of a sudden, there goes my thumb. Not a good day for Ray. So I thought, what would be an easier way that's still going with their instructions? Aha, a drill. And this is my little DeWalt drill. I love this thing. I bought it for a Christmas present for myself. And let me tell you something, there are a lot of different brand names of drill out there. Got to get the battery. But this is the coolest thing. It doesn't use a cord. It has a rechargeable battery. You just go, pop it in. You are all set to go. It's very lightweight. So this is perfect for people who are small like me, who aren't like big and strong and can handle this big honking drill. Thing is, this thing has some torque that'll just throw you on the floor. It's small, it's strong, it's wonderful. But then again, I'm not here to advertise DeWalt, but it is a good brand. Let's toss on a drill bit. I'm going to drill a pilot hole. Put it on high speed. It has 2 speeds, low torque, high speed. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to drill a pilot hole, 4 pilot holes, and then I'm going to ream them even larger with a larger drill bit. Makes perfect sense to me. So let's put this in here and let's drill a hole. Wish me luck, folks. Oh yeah, goes in like butter. And another one right here. Okay, this brick is not as hard as I thought it was. One more. Oh, okay. I always make sound effects when I do things. That is something that I do. Okay, ooh. Let's go with a bigger drill bit. I have a whole bunch of drill bits in here. Oh, wait a minute. This one looks bigger. Well, what the heck. Loosen this up. Toss it. Well, this don't fit. Okay, well, that was easy. Let's put this one in here. Now, you can do this any way you want. If you feel comfortable using a butter knife or a steak knife, knock yourself out. But I definitely recommend people try growing mushrooms because it is a fun thing. I've grown button mushrooms before. It was so much fun. But now, okay, you're supposed to do a 1-inch hole about 4 inches deep, which is about that deep. That's what I did. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's good. That'll work. And the reason we're doing this is so that the water can get in there. Yep. Woohoo! Mushroom goo. Next thing we're supposed to do is take this and put water in here and let it soak. That way it moistens up the whole log. So what we're going to do is we're going to fill this up with water, and I brought a bucket. Bucket! I am just going to do this. Toss it in here. Put a 2x4 on there. And I'm going to keep this underwater. So if you have a bowl put it in some water and just let it soak. You can see like little air bubbles coming out. You're supposed to let this soak in water for about an hour or so, hour, 2 hours, according to the directions, and that will allow the moisture to just soak in there. And then when you're done, of course, you pour the water out, and then you go on to the next. It's been about an hour and a half to 2 hours. Ooh, starting to absorb some water. It feels heavier than when I put it in there. I like that. Okay, so it says to pour out the water. What's the matter, rascal? You don't like mushrooms? You're going to like them when they're done and I cook them up with a little bit of meat. You'll like that. Okay, let's take this back to the table. Our log has been soaking for about 2 hours, give or take a few minutes. Next step in the instructions is to remove the outer bag. I'm just going to use a sharp knife. Scissors will work just fine. You want to drain the water out of this before you do this. That way you don't get water all over the place. How do I know this? We won't go into that. Okay, let's remove the log from the plastic bag. Oh, wow. I'm always fascinated by the littlest things, and this is really catching my interest. Okay, next, we put the sponge here, add some water to the plate. They say about 1 inch or 3/4 of an inch, just enough to let the sponge soak up water. You place this on top of the sponge. Very easy. I mean, I don't follow instructions, and I really should, because it really is so darn easy. Once you read the instructions, you're thinking, oh, really? It's that easy? Okay, let's get all this crap out of the middle so I can add some water. Done. Smells weird. Next, pour in some water. Fill these holes up on the top. Yes. Check them like in the morning when you get up and in the evening when you come home. And just make sure that you have water in here about twice a day. Keep some water in here so that the sponge stays wet. Final step. Oh, this is so easy. It really is so easy. You take this little plastic doodah. They call it a bag. I call it a doodah. And then you open it up at the top. You open it up at the bottom. And you make sure that we have enough water in here. About 3/4 of an inch in here. It keeps the sponge moist. And twice a day, when you wake up and maybe in the evening, pour water into these holes. That keeps it moist. Keep this open. That'll keep humidity in here, but not too much. No direct sunlight. No total darkness. Just 70-degree temperatures, your average everyday temperatures. And just put it over on a side table somewhere, and it'll be just fine. Within 5 to 9 days, give or take, you're going to start seeing mushrooms popping out. And folks, since I did follow the instructions this time, I think I'm going to get some good results, because I totally messed it up. And I apologize to the people at G Mushrooms that they sent the product. It was really nice of them to do. A very nice thing to send me something free of charge to show you how to do it, and I screwed it up. That was my fault, and I take responsibility for that, because I don't always follow instructions and it doesn't always work out for me. But when somebody takes the time and the effort to send me something like this to show you how to grow a fun product that's actually, it's great for kids, it's great for adults, and I totally screwed it up. But this time I'm not going to do it. I'm going to do it right. So tune in and I'm going to show you how these things grow. Let me show you what 5 days, if you do things right, yeah, I know, do things right. Let me show you what 5 days of doing things right will get you. It is beautiful. Look at the mushrooms on this. And when you get mushrooms like this, let me put it back down so I don't mess anything up. Don't want to jinx this. When you plant these logs, actually just get them moist, that's called planting. When you do this, you'll get a first crop, and that's called a flush, F-L-U-S-H, a flush of mushrooms. When they get full grown or large enough that you want to use them, different people do different things. Some people snap it off at the base and take the base and replant it and get more. Some people just cut it. It's all a matter of taste, so do it any way you want. But I'm going to start harvesting these and using them in cooking. I'm not going to do a video on that, but I just wanted to show you this. This is the first flush, and then after you harvest these, they will put out sometimes a second or third flush. So you can get more than one, and then when it's totally done putting out mushrooms, what I'm going to do is chop this up and put it into some more of the medium that it grows in. I don't know whether it's wood or whatever it is. I'll have to look it up. When I'm done with that, I'm going to put this into the medium and see if I can even grow more. I mean, you got nothing to lose because the log is already done. Why not give it another shot? Chop it up, shred it up, mix it up with some medium, and see if you can get even more. But I wanted to show you this because I messed up the first one, and I wanted to give this company full credit. They sent me a winner of a product, and by following instructions, yes, following instructions, I got my shiitake mushrooms. This is something else. I am so impressed with this product and the way that these mushrooms grow. It's kind of at an angle, but it's not falling over. But I am so impressed with this. I'm going to eat these. Oh yeah, you bet I'm going to eat these. I'm going to eat these, and as soon as I have the time, as soon as this log is done, I'm going to actually order me some more mushrooms and grow different types of mushrooms for you and show you how they go. This is an absolute winner, but I am so excited. I had to film today because I wanted to show you this. Every day I wake up, I come running into the room to see what new growth is because they grow so fast and so beautifully. It is something fun. This is something that only took 5 days. 5 days from the day that I got it wet and put it in here. That is a miracle. And if you have a kid or somebody with no brains like me who has no patience for anything, this is a fun product. You can see how nature works. You can see it up close, in person, and you can just watch fun stuff grow in your house, and it takes no special skill. I made it look really difficult in one of my videos, but it really is not difficult at all. And I realized how much fun growing mushrooms can be. I'm sold. I am absolutely sold, and I hope that you enjoyed this, because I really did. Okay. I'm going to put you back into your little cone of... I know, I'm just grinning from ear to ear. I love it. I finally got the mushrooms to do right, and all I had to do was do what the company told me to do. Follow a few simple instructions, and they really weren't that bad. I didn't get bored. I didn't fall asleep reading them. It was really easy, and I thought that maybe it would be a little bit more complicated than they led me to believe, but you know what? It was actually easier than they led me to believe. So thank you, G Mushrooms, for donating that product. I really do appreciate it. I think we're done here. This is Ray in the Voodoo Garden. We're out of here. I'm going to step over the dragon fruit.